Iran has just announced that the Strait of Hormuz is fully open and ready for business and full passage.
Less than 48 hours ago, Donald Trump stood on a stage in Phoenix and told a cheering crowd at Turning Point USA that the Strait of Hormuz was fully open and ready for business. He called himself the Peace President. He told the crowd that the mission was a success. But while Trump was taking a victory lap, the reality on the ground was a total catastrophe. Iran didn't just close the strait, they started shooting. Yesterday, the IRGC fired on commercial tankers. At least 2 India-flagged vessels were forced to pull a U-turn and flee back to the Sea of Oman. Why? Because the master negotiator in the White House thought he could maintain a secret naval blockade on Iranian ports while the rest of the world just sat back and watched. His bluff was called, and now you are paying the price. Here is the part the Trump administration doesn't want you to see. Since the ceasefire began, the U.S. has been enforcing a brutal naval blockade on Iranian ports. It's a campaign to choke off every cent of revenue. Trump calls this leverage. Iran calls it a violation. So now we have what experts are calling a dueling blockade. The U.S. is choking Iran's ports, and in retaliation, Iran has slammed the door shut on the entire strait. It's a stalemate that is literally burning money. Roughly 1/5 of the world's oil passes through that choke point. When it stops, the global economy roils. Qatar Energy has already declared a force majeure. That's fancy talk for the fuel you need to drive to work is now a hostage to this administration's arrogance. And where is the accountability? While the strait was turning into a shooting gallery, Vice President JD Vance was reportedly in Islamabad, trying to salvage a peace deal that was already dead on arrival. Vance and his team spent 20 hours in Pakistan only to walk away with nothing. But look at what they were offering. Reports from Axios and the Times of Israel suggest the administration is so desperate for a win before the midterms that they're offering a deal worse than the one Trump shredded back in 2018. They're talking about unfreezing $20 billion just to get back to square one. Think about that. They started a war, caused a global energy crisis, and now they want to pay $20 billion for a ceasefire they can't even enforce? That isn't winning, that is a total surrender masked as tough guy negotiation. If you think this is just some war over there, look at your local gas station. Oil prices surged 10% in a single day. This is the Trump tax. You are paying for his failed diplomacy every time you fill up your tank. But there is a blueprint for what happens next. Just last week in Hungary, a former insider named Peter Magyar realized that corruption and incompetence have an expiration date. He led a landslide victory that ended 16 years of authoritarian rule. He didn't ask for permission, he took it. And as the 2026 midterms approach, the American people are starting to realize the same thing. Trump isn't ending wars, he's starting them. He isn't fixing the economy, he's breaking it. Even at his own TPUSA event, he had to distract the crowd with talk of UFO files and Danica Patrick's hair because he couldn't explain why his Iran policy is a smoking crater. The peace president couldn't keep the most important waterway in the world open for 48 hours. The ceasefire expires this Wednesday, April 22nd, and the IRGC has already warned that no vessel should make any movement. If you're tired of being gaslit and you're ready for the truth that the mainstream media is too afraid to touch, then you need to hit that subscribe button right now. We are Trendline America, and we're tracking the data the White House wants you to ignore. Are you still trusting the plan, or have you seen enough? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.